Hola amigos, Hannah from Speak Better Spanish here. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about me gusta versus me gustan. So if you ever pause before saying me gusta or me gustan, I want you to know something right away. You're not bad at Spanish, you're not forgetting the rule, and you're definitely not behind. What's actually happening is that your brain is trying to run English logic inside of Spanish grammar, and those two systems don't match. So this specific topic, me gusta versus me gustan, is one of the most common places where that mismatch shows up. So it's very normal to be feeling that way. I see this all the time with students who are otherwise doing really well. They understand Spanish, they can read it, they can follow conversations, but the second they want to react naturally, they hesitate. So today I want to show you how native speakers choose instantly between me gusta and me gustan, and more importantly, how you can stop overthinking this every single time. So here's the real problem. Most learners technically know that there's a rule. You've probably heard something like, yeah, me gusta is singular and me gustan is plural. But that rule doesn't actually help you in real life because when you're having a conversation, you're not thinking about grammar terms. You're probably thinking things like, do I like something? Does this sound right? Wait, is it supposed to match up with me or the thing I'm talking about? And that split second doubt is what causes your pause before you respond. So the pause is the problem, not the rule itself. So let's talk about why this is so confusing for English speakers specifically. In English, our sentence structure when we like something is very simple. I like coffee. So I is the subject, person who's doing the action. I is, again, doing that action. And I is controlling the verb or the action word of liking. But so you're always focusing on yourself first, right? Or who is doing the action, who is liking something. But Spanish doesn't work that way. So in Spanish, the structure is more like coffee is pleasing to me. So now in Spanish, it's not about you. You're not the subject. The thing that you like becomes the subject, and the verb or the action of the sentence is reacting to that thing that you like rather than to you. So this is a big mental shift, especially if you've been speaking English your whole life. So when you hesitate, it's not because Spanish is complicated, although it certainly can feel that way. It's because your brain is trying to translate instead of decide how to say the thing you want to say. So here's the shortcut that native speakers use, and I really want you to internalize this. Native speakers are not thinking, okay, subject, indirect object, agreement, verb conjugation. They're asking one very simple question. Is the thing I like singular or plural? That's it. Not am I singular? Do I like it a lot? Is this an activity or a noun? Just is this one thing or more than one thing? So if it's one thing, you use me gusta. If it's more than one thing, use me gustan. That's the whole decision. So let's walk through this with some examples that you might actually say in real life. Me gusta el café. Coffee is one thing, so we choose me gusta. Me gustan los tacos. Tacos are plural, so me gustan. Now let's make it a little more interesting. Me gusta viajar. Traveling is one activity, one idea, so me gusta. Me gustan las películas de misterio. Movies are plural, so me gustan. Here's another one that trips people up. Me gusta esta canción. One song, me gusta. Me gustan estas ideas. Multiple ideas, me gustan. Notice what we're not doing here. We're not thinking about me. We're not thinking about I like. We're not translating. We're just matching the verb or the liking or the pleasing to the thing. That's why native speakers don't hesitate. They're not running through the sentence in English first. And don't worry, if this doesn't come naturally, it will come with time and practice, just like everything. So let's quickly talk about the most common mistake I see here. Me gusto el café. This is a mistake because English speakers want to say, I like coffee. But in Spanish, this structure doesn't exist. You're not liking the coffee. It's the coffee that's pleasing to you. So whenever you catch yourself wanting to say me gusto, that's your signal that English logic just jumped in here and there might be a mistake happening. So pause, look at the thing, decide whether that thing is one thing or more than one thing, and then reset your structure. So final takeaway for you, if you only remember one thing from this video, I want you to remember this. Stop thinking about yourself. Look at the thing or things. One thing, me gusta. More than one thing, me gustan. That single shift should remove your hesitation completely. And if this finally clicked for you, I've put a written breakdown with examples and a quick reference guide in the blog linked below. If you want help making this kind of decision automatic, not something that you have to think about, that's exactly what we work on in my Spanish classes. So you'll find links to resources, classes, and free practice tools also below. Thank you so much for watching. And hopefully, this conversation, me gusta and me gustan, will be a lot easier to use for you moving forward.